From Cleveland's doorstep, Lake Erie stretches out and covers 10,000 square miles. It's estimated that 3 million tons of assorted debris are dumped into Lake Erie each day. Experts say that if something isn't done, the lake could die in 10 to 15 years.
In 1970, Lake Erie was in fact declared dead. Algal blooms generated by sewage and pollution from industrial waste had killed much of the lake's aquatic life. That same year, when the adjoining Cuyahoga River infamously caught fire, the so-called Dead Lake and the Burning River became poster children for the environmental movement that established the EPA and the Clean Water Act.
I saw it as a beautiful lake as a little boy. Then in the 60s, I saw it turn into what was called the Dead Lake. And then I've seen it clean up to just a pristine, beautiful lake.
Over the years, charter boat captain Rick Unger and those along Lake Erie's shores have witnessed the evolution of the lake. Its comeback after the Clean Water Act was widely celebrated, and by the 1980s, the most productive fishery of the Great Lakes was once again attracting tourists and fishermen alike.
I grew up on this lake. My dad was a fisherman, and he passed that tradition down to me. So I'd say I've been fishing on this lake for 52 or 53 years. We've seen this lake when it was bad, and we're not just going to sit by and let it go bad again. We're going to do everything we can to make sure this lake survives.
By 2000, Lake Erie's pollution problems were thought to be a thing of the past, but recently a new threat has emerged.
This is Lake Erie in October in 2011, and the water is totally green with algae.
Looks like we're actually driving through paint. I mean, it's so thick. That is a lot of algae.
The problem started coming back about 2000, 2002. It has accelerated, and the bloom that we saw in 2011 was 2.5 times worse than any of the blooms that we saw back in the 1960s and the 70s.
Dr.